So now I am going to share the slide. You are recording. Yeah. So is this coming? This.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, so we can start, right? Any questions so far before we start? We'll just today we'll complete the master method. So let us start with the master method. So master method is a method to solve a recurrence, and for master method the recurrence will be of this form. The Tn is 2t sorry, Tn is a Tn by 2 n by b plus Fn. So where a is greater than equal to 1, b is greater than 1, and f is asymptotically positive. F usually is positive. This is a like March cost or combined cost. So this is usually positive, but asymptotically positive we are allowing because we are dealing with the asymptotic sense. So f could be negative for some initial values of n. After that it is positive, but usually for our case, most of the cases it is f is positive, like f is for March or f is n. Okay, so like that. So but asymptotically positive means fn is f is greater than, I mean fn is greater than 0 for all n greater than equal to some n0. That means we have some n0. So that means we are allowing maybe a few initial term could be negative, but after that all terms are positive, since we are dealing with the growth of the time complexity as n is large. Okay. Now where from we can get this type of recurrence? We have this is, suppose we have a problem of size n. We divide the problem into sub problems of lesser size, and that size is each of the sub problem size is n by b, and how many sub problems? A many. And then once we solve those sub problems, then we have we need to merge them, or we need to combine them. In a merge sort, we did the merge subroutine, so that is our Fn, and this is the cost. This is the total cost of solving it recursively. Now we have seen there are three one cases we have discussed in the last class. Just to recap, so this is the recurrence of the merge star method. So we basically compare two terms, Fn and n to the power log a base b. So intuitively we can say that n to the power log a base b is the cost of recursively solving that sub problem, all the sub problems. Okay, that is the cost involved, total cost involved recursively solving that sub problems, solving those sub problems. That means how much time we are spending here, and then Fn is the cost we know to merge them. Once we have a solution of the all sub problems, then we need to merge them. That is the top level cost. That is the merging cost. Now the question is which more? That is the dominating cost, and that will be the runtime of the algorithm. Okay. So based on that, we have three cases. First case is Fn is slower. How to quantify slower? So Fn is slower. Fn is polynomically slower than this. That means this is the more cost. This is the dominating cost. So polynomically slower defined, we just do the we divide this by n to the power epsilon. So that will become this. So Fn is still less than some c into that, and that is nothing but the definition of big O of some gn, right? So that's why this is just the mathematical way we are representing this, but the meaning is Fn is polynomically slower than n to the power log a base b. So to bring this polynomial term, we need to introduce this epsilon. Epsilon is greater than 0, any positive constant, and then in that case solution is big theta of n to the power log a base b, because that is the dominating cost. This we have discussed in the last class. So now today we talk another two cases, which is case 2 and case 3. So case 2 is if fn and n to the power log a base b, they are similar growth. Okay. Here we have a, if you take this, here we have a k log n term. This is the base 2, log n base 2. Now k here starting from 0, 1 like this. Now if k is 0, then what is this value? If k is 0, this log n won't be there. Then fn is nothing but, then fn will be if k is 0, if k is 0, then fn will be big theta of n to the power log a base b. Now what is the meaning of this? We know the definition of big theta. That means we have two constants C1 and C2. So n to the power log a base b less than equal to fn, which is again less than equal to C2, another constant, into n to the power log a base b. So that means fn is both side bounded by n to the power log a base b. That means their growth are similar. They're same growth. So their growth are similar. Their fn is both bounded by n to the power log a base b. So they are basically similar or same in the growth. So fn and n to the power log a base b are of similar growth or similar rate. Like for March sort, if you recall the time complex recurrence of March sort of is Tn is equal to 2Tn by 2 2Tn by 2 plus n, or you can say theta of a. So for March sort, what is A, what is B? A is 2 and B is 2. So A is 2, B is 2 and fn is n. So what is n to the power log a base b? N to the power log a base b is n. And what is fn? Fn is also n. So their growth is same. Here k is 0. So this is the case of case 2 with k is equal to 0. So in that case, what is the solution? Solution is big theta of n to the power log a base b log this log base 2 k plus 1. K is 0, so log term will come here. Why log term is coming? We'll discuss. So then the solution is Tn is equal to n to the power log a base b n, and this is k is 0, so n log n. So that is the master method. That is the recurrence for that is the solution for the March sort. So n to the power log base b is n, and then this term put k is equal to 0. So we have log n. We have log n, and this log is base 2. So this is the solution for March sort.
Sir, can you explain the reason of k is equal to 0 once more?
No, k here we have an option. This k could be 0. I'll explain k is when k is 1. What does it mean? When k is 1, then this will be log. Then both side we have. If k is 0, we are getting k is 1. Then we have a log term in both sides. That means they are similar, but they could be different in the log factor. We know log is very small in terms of n, log n. If n is say 2 to the power 100 or 2 to the power 10, log n is just the 10. So here in this case, their growth is same or exactly similar when k is 0. But if k is some value, k is 1, then their growth is differ by a log factor, which is small. Which log n is small. That's why this case is considered that part, that this growth is differed by a log factor. So when we have k is 1, then this will be the Fn and n to the power log a base b, their growth is similar with a log factor. That is the idea. And in that case, the solution will be log of k plus 1. And why this log term is coming, we'll see when we talk about the rough idea of the proof. Now, what is your question? You got the answer? So this, so for March sort we have this recurrence. So March sort it is basically the case 2 of master method where k is 0. So since k is 0, then the solution will be n to the power log a base b, and put just k is equal to 0, it is coming to be log n. So that's why it is n log n. But if we have a like recurrence like Tn is equal to 2 Tn by 2 plus instead of n, if we have n log n base 2. Okay. Then Fn is this, and our n to the power log a base b is n. So they are similar, they are differed by a log factor, and it could be square also. We are allowing this cube like this. So that's why we take k is equal. So in that, all the cases will fall into the case 2 of the master method, and the solution will be this. Based on the k value, we have the solution. Okay. Any question on case 2 before we move to the case 3?
Sir, I have a doubt.
Yeah, please.
I didn't understand why k plus 1 power came in the solution.
That we will discuss when you talk about when you draw the recursion tree of this recurrence. Then it will be clear. I mean, why this log factor is coming, because the height of the tree will be log n, and each level there are same of n to the power log a base b. So that's why it is coming log n into that term. I will come to the proof of this rough idea. Then it will be more.
Okay, sir.
Any more question or doubt?
Sir, can you explain the last step, like Tn is equal to 2?
Yeah. So if we have instead of so consider an example where k is 1. If k is 1, then if k is 1, then suppose we have this type of recurrence. This is the example of the case where k is 1. I mean the case 2 or k is 1. If k is 1 means, so what is n to the power log a base b over here? N. And what is Fn? Fn is this. So they are differing by a log factor. So in that case, it is a case 2 of k is equal to 1. So if k is equal to 1, then what is the solution? Solution will be Tn is equal to big theta of n to the power log a base b, which is n, into log k is 1, so it will be log square. So log n base 2 to the power square. So that is the solution. Okay. So can you move to the case 3?
Sir, in case 1, the epsilon will always be a natural number.
No, not necessarily. Not necessarily.
Okay.
You may be thinking that whether we can write a log n to be into the power epsilon. Can you try that? Log n is not a polynomial term. I got your point. Log n is not a polynomial term. Okay, so you can move to case 3.
Hello, sir.
So, please.
LG matlab always base 2 log base 2.
Yeah, this is this LG is log base 2.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is case 3 of master method. This is the last case. So we have seen the equality, we have seen the Fn is slower. Now obvious things left is Fs is faster. So Fn is bigger. Fn is polynomically bigger than or polynomically faster than n to the power log a base b. So how to quantify that? So Fn is more. So how more? How big? That we have to quantify in terms of mathematics. So Fn is more than n to the power log a base b. So how more? If we multiply this with n to the power epsilon, a polynomial factor, then also Fn is more. Then also Fn is greater than equal to some constant into this. So that is the one way to quantify this. So our Fn is faster than n to the power, Fn is the dominating cost. So Fn is faster than n to the power log a base b. To quantify that, we have to take help of this type of notation. So this is nothing but big omega of n to the power log a base b plus epsilon. You can take this epsilon plus epsilon. So this is c n to the power log a base b plus epsilon. So this is nothing but our big omega of that gn, right? We know the definition. So then Fn growth is polynomically faster than n to the power log a base b. Then polynomial factor is n to the power epsilon. Okay. This is one, and in this case we have one extra condition, and that is called regularity condition. What is that? The condition is telling, so if you draw the graph of this, if you draw the recursion tree of this, so Tn is nothing but, this is a problem of size n. So this problem is reducing into sub problems, and this is the cost for each sub problems. So how many sub problems? A many. And what is the size of sub problems?
B.
N by b. So T of size of sub problems is n by b. So each size is, it is reducing by a b factor. So each size is reducing to n by b. Now again these are the sub problems of size n by b. So again it will be that same algorithm will be called on this for recursively solving them. So then again it will be March cost will be f of n by b in this level. So that will be, so this t will be going, yeah. So instead of t we have a f over here, f of n by b. This is also f of n by b, and then again it will be reduced to how many? A many, and what will be the size? N by b square. Like this we continue. Now what is the cost for this level? Fn, margin cost, and we are thinking that in case 3 this is the dominating cost from all other level. That is the case 3. Now what is the cost for this level? Cost at this level?
F of n by b.
Into A.
Into A, right.
A into f of n by
Yeah, A into f of n by b. So that is the cost at this level. So this is bigger. So this is the dominating cost. So this has to be bigger at least at the next level, from the next level. So that is the condition over here. So we mean to say this must be lesser than this. So this must be, this must be less than by a factor of this, by a fraction of this. So this c is a fraction. C could be half or 1 by 3, 1 by 4. So even if you take a factor of this, so this cost must be lesser than that. So that is the extra checking you can say. So in this case we are claiming that Fn is the dominating cost, or Fn is the faster cost. So to establish that we have two this is one, and another one is the regularity condition. In that case we are just taking an extra check that Fn should be at least greater than the next level. So the next level cost is A f of n by b. So this A f of n by b must be less than some fraction of this. Okay, so that is the regularity condition. In that case, Fn is the more or dominating cost. The solution will be Tn is equal to big theta of Fn. Okay, this is the case 3. Now we'll take some examples. Any doubt on this?
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Sir, when you say that fn grows polynomically faster than n to the power log base ba, then this means that fn is basically taking more time than n
Yeah,
to the
Fn is
power.
basically taking more time because, say for example, roughly speaking, intuitively, say Fn is say thousand second, and n to the power log a base b is 10 seconds. So these are in a vague sense I am telling, because we should not take some 1000, because we are considering the growth of the time complexity for n large. But to understand this, say one term is 1 lakh Fn, and another n to the power log a base b, say 5 seconds. So, but 5 second is 5 second is negligible compared to this 1 lakh second. So that's why the total cost is the sum of all the cost, including the recursive call or including the merge cost. But if we have a one cost is n square, another cost is n. So time complexity is n square plus n, but asymptotic sense it is n square, order of n square. So that is the way. So now let us take some examples. So we have taken this anyway, we can just recap. So this is our form of the recurrence for master method. Now let us take a, suppose this is given recurrence, we need to solve it. So Tn is equal to 4Tn by 2 plus n. So what is A? A is 4. What is B? B is 2. So what is n to the power log a base b? N to the power log a base b is n square. And what is Fn? Fn is n. So which case this is comes under? So who is dominating? N square is dominating. So you can straight away, so you can straight away go for the solution if you don't like this epsilon business. Okay, then you can, because this is polynomically faster than this n term, if epsilon equal to 1 over here. So you can straight away write that solution is order of n square, because this is the dominating cost. Okay, and the case 2, we have had one example of merge sort, but this is another example. So if Tn is equal to n Tn by 4 Tn by 2 plus n square, then A is equal to 4, it's the same, so it is n square, and this is also n square. So then k is 0 of case 2. Then what is the cost? Cost is, what is the runtime? Runtime is n to the power log a base b into log n to the power k plus 1. Here k is 0, so here we have only log n term will come. Now come to the example of case 3. So case 3, so again this is n square and Fn is n cube. Here we are taking the combined cost to be n cube. Fn is n cube. So this is polynomically faster than the n square. N cube is polynomically faster than n square with epsilon equal to 1. So this is the way. Now we have an extra condition to check for case 3. So this we have to do in the exam also. So that is the regularity condition. So what was the regularity condition, if you recall? So the A f n by b, this is A f n by b, that is the cost at the next level, should be less than equal to some fraction of Fn. So we should able to get some C which is less than, which lies between 0 and 1, which is a fraction basically, which makes this to be fraction of. So now A is 4 and this is f of n by b, b is 2. So this is our f of n by b, this term, and this is our c into fn is n cube. So we are trying to, if you simplify this, so this will be what? This will be c n cube by 8, so by 2 less than equal to c n cube. So which value of c this is true? We can take c to be half, or c, any value of c lies between half to 1, that will also work. Okay, so that regularity condition is also satisfied. Then we can say our solution is order of n cube. Okay, any question on this? So these are basically the cases, 3 cases of master method, and most of the algorithms recurrence can be solved using the master method. So how many methods we have learned? We have learned 3 methods. Substitution method, which is a mathematical, we use the mathematical induction to prove that, and then recursion tree method, which will help us to guess the solutions, and then the master method. So okay, what is the this? Suppose we have a recurrence like this, Tn is equal to this, we have seen, I think, Tn by 4 plus Tn by 2 plus n square. We have seen this recurrence? Yeah, I think we have drawn the recursion tree for this. Now, can you try to solve this recurrence using master method? Can this recurrence be solved using master method? Any idea?
Sir, you can get an upper bound and a lower bound.
No, that is no. My question is clear. My question is straightforward. Can this recurrence be solved using master method? Upper bound, lower bound, you can just. I think you are using the substitution method to get that. But
no, sir. If you
Sir,
take
I
only
think no,
no, no. Why?
No, sir.
because B is not unique here.
No, because it is not in the form. We cannot combine these two, right? For master method, we need to have this form. It is coming basically some technique. I will discuss next. I will discuss the divide and conquer technique. So this is of non. This is, and in that technique also we have the size of the sub problems are equal, but here we don't have the size. This is also can be achieved by divide and conquer technique, but here size of the sub problems are not equal. But anyway, for master method, we need to have this recurrence. Recurrence should be of this form. So this cannot be solved. This cannot be solved using master method. Master method cannot be applied here. Okay. So, this. Okay. Now, can you take this example and tell me? Yeah, so I have it all. So now, if you take this example of the recurrence, Tn is equal to 4 Tn by 2 plus n square by log n. Now, what is A, what is B? A is order n to the power log n square. So, what is Fn? Fn is n square by log n. So, which case? Can you think of which case this is?
K will be 1.
But it is divided by log n. It's not multiplied by log n. We cannot write it in terms of that. Can you make it log n half? So that is the problem.
So K is -1, but there's a condition that K
is
has to
not,
be
yeah.
less
So
than
K is not allowed to be -1. So
yes, so it's not in that form.
Yeah. So this is not in the form. This is not falling of any case of master method. So this slightly between case 2 and case 3. So that's why the master method fails over here. It is not that master method can solve all the recurrence which are of this form. That you have to remember. So master method has 3 cases. If our recurrence is falling under these 3 cases, any of these cases, then we can have a solution. Otherwise, this is fail. So there is another method called acrobacy method, which is a generalized version of master method, but that we are not discussing in this course. That is the generalized version. So that can solve this. So that is there in our textbook, Coleman book. So if you have interest, but for our syllabus, we have up to the master method. So master method will not cannot give us solution for this case. So master method fails over here. Okay, so now let us just go to the rough idea of the proof of the master method. So why these three cases are coming? So that will come. So in the textbook, the proof is given in different form, but we can have a recursion tree, draw the recursion tree, and we can roughly get the proof idea. Okay, now this is the recurrence. Tn is equal to Atn by B plus Fn. So we have a, suppose this may come from the we have a problem of size n. We divide the problem into a many sub problems of size n by b, and then again we divide these sub problems of size n by b into sub problems, and then again we continue until we reach to 1. Once we reach to 1, size 1, then we stop. That is all the stopping condition. Most of the algorithm has this stopping condition. So now Tn is the basically sum of all this. Now how to do the sum? We have to do the level wise sum. So as is the first level sum Fn. What is the second level sum? A log a into n by f of n by b. What is this level sum? Next level n square groups are there, because this also, so this also will have n square a square. So this also will have a many branches, sub problems. This also will have a many branches. So how many are there? A many are there. So that's why it is a square f of n by b square. So next one will be a cube f of n by b cube, like this. Now what is the height of this tree? Height of this tree is, how to get the height? How to get the height of this tree? If height is h, then the way it is coming down to 1, so if we take height to be h, then n by, so height is the maximum depth, right? So at this level it is n by b, at this level n by b square. So if the height is h, so then it must be n by b to the power h is equal to 1. So from here we can get b to the power h is n, so h is basically log n base b. So this is the height of this tree. Okay. Now what is the number of leaves? What will be the number of leaves over here? Any idea?
N.
Number of leaves over here in the last node.
10.
Why it is n? Leaves. What is the leaves? Leaves is the
A to the power n. A to the power n.
2 to the power.
A to the power h.
Yes, a to the power h. Why?
Because every time it's increasing a, then a square, then a cube, the number
So
of terms.
so what is the number of node in this level? It is a. What is the number of node in this level? It is a square. What is the number of node in next level? It is a cube. So like this. So height is the last level. So last level it will be, height is h, so it will be a to the power h. So a to the power h, number of leaves. So a to the power h, we can, h is log n base b, and that is nothing but this term what we are referring as n to the power log a base b. So this is the cost in the the down level. Okay. So this is the number of leaves. So number of leaves, if we can sum it up, so that is the cost in the this level. Okay. Now total cost is sum of all this. Now case 1 is the way, case 1 is who is dominating? The last cost, all the way solving it recursively. This cost is dominating n to the power log s base b. So case 1 is basically the weight increases, weight is increasing geometrically from the root to the leaf. Okay, so this is very less weight, this is growing faster. So this will be the heavy weight guy. So this is the dominating cost. And then the solution is, so sum will be obviously, if this is the more, then sum will be this, because all the other are the lower order terms. So we can cancel those. So this is the case 1. And what about case 2? Case 2 is, case 2 we take the for k is equal to 0. If k is equal to 0 and Fn and these are similar, so all the label they are same. All the label they are same, and their same value is n to the power log a base b. Now what is the height? Height is log n. So what is the total cost? Total cost will be log n base b into this. So that log n, just a minute, so I can just write it. So it will be basically n to the power log a base b into the height. Height is, sorry, height is log n base b. But we can convert into base 2. We can take this as a log b 2 over here into log n base 2 into log n to the power log a base b. Okay. So now this is just a constant term, just another c. So we get this expression. So that's why this log n factor is coming. So if it is k is more, then we already have a log factor, then it will be due to this height, this log n is coming. Okay. Now come to the case 3. So case 3 is Fn is bigger. Fn is polynomically faster than all the other terms. So that is the dominating term. That means the height decreases geometrically from the root to the leaves, and this root holds the total weight. I mean, this is the heavyweight guy, and these are all negligible, all the lower order terms. So that's the cost is the sum of all, but we can ignore all the lower order term. That means the cost we are negligible. Then we got this. So any question on this before we move to the next topic? So this is all about the master method. So almost most of the recurrence we can see can be solved using the master method. So now I'm going to start lecture 3, which is basically the a design technique, or and this is called divide and conquer technique. Okay, we have seen one example of such a technique. The idea is basically we have some problem of say size n. Now we divide that problem into some smaller size problem instance, and then if we can solve this smaller size problems, then we should have a mechanism to combine those. So that is the idea. So once we combine those, so once we have a solution of the small group, then we can combine. We should have a technique for combine that. That is the combine step to get the solution of the whole problem. So that is the basically 3 steps of the divide and conquer technique. First step is the divide step. We divide the problem. You just think about merge sort. Merge sort, what we have? We have a sorting problem. We have a sorting problem, which is we have what is the input? Input is an array of size n. We have given an array of size n, and we need to sort it. So that means we have a problem of size n, which is a sorting problem. Now in merge sort, what we did? We just go into the middle. We divide this into 2 subarrays. So that is the divide step, and then problems by recursively solving them. That is the conquer step. We call merge again for solving these subproblems, this subarray. We call again merge to solving the right subarray. So that is the conquer step, and that we do recursively. And then once we have a solution of both the subarray, then we call the merge subroutine to get the solution of the whole array. So that is the example of a divide and conquer technique. So divide and conquer technique has basically 3 steps. One first step is the divide step. We need to divide the problem into sorry excuse me. So we need to divide the problem into subproblems, and then subproblems of lesser size. When you are solving a problem of size 100, so if you have a subproblems of 150, then there is no use of that. So we need to divide the subproblem size should be lesser than the problem size. So we divide the problem instant into the subproblems, and then once we have a once we identify the subproblems, we solve the subproblems by recursively calling the same algorithm recursively, and that is the conquer step. We conquer those subproblems by solving them recursively. And then once we have a solution of these subproblems, we combine the subproblems to go get the solution of the whole problem. Okay, that is the idea. Now merge sort is one example, as I said. So what is the divide step? Divide step is very trivial. What we do in the merge sort? Merge sort is basically we have given an array of size n. We just divide this array into half. This is n by 2, order of n by 2. This is also, I mean, if n is not even, then one may be n by 2, another one may be n by 2 minus 1 or plus 1, something like that, or you can take lower ceiling, upper ceiling. Anyway, so the divide step is trivial. Trivial means we just need to identify this one index, which is n by 2, and then we call the combined conquered step. We call again merge sort on this subarray a1 to n by 2, and then right subarray.
Sir, we can't see the slides, sir.
You can't see the slide? Oh, thank you. I think I need to. Oh, sorry. I need to say thank you very much. Yeah, you please let me know if you have any difficulties. Now it's coming. Can you
Yes,
see the
sir.
slide
It's
now?
coming.
Yeah,
It's coming.
sorry for that. Sorry for that. I thought, yeah, so we are using the earlier slide. So this slide we need to share. So I just go from the beginning again. So we are discussing the divide and conquer technique. So it has 3 steps. First step is divide step. We divide the problem into subproblems of lesser size, and then once we identify those subproblems, we solve. Conquer step is we conquer the subproblems by solving them recursively, and then once we have a solution of the subproblems, we combine those subproblems to get a solution of the whole problem. So basically 3 steps are there for divide and conquer approach. So now we know the merge sort is the one example of a divide and conquer approach. So in the merge sort, what we have an array of size n. We divide this array into 2 subarrays. So that divide step is very trivial because we just need to index in this subarray n by 2. That's all. So you can have another index, ending index of this subarray is n by 2. So that is the just indexing. So that is trivial divide step. So we just divide this array into 2 subarrays. Then we call the conquered step is we recursively solve these subarrays. We solve this subarray by calling the merge sort on this. We solve this subarray by calling the merge sort on this. Then once we have a solution, once this is sorted, once this is sorted, these 2 subarrays, then we call the combine merge to get the solution of that is the combined step. So basically every divide and conquer technique has 3 steps: divide, conquer, combine. Okay. So now what is the recurrence of merge sort? Merge sort recurrence is Tn is equal to 2Tn by 2 plus theta of n. So now what is this 2? Any question? The 2 is basically the number of subproblems. So every divide and conquer technique has this type of recurrence, this type of form of the recurrence, and this term will give us the number of subproblems. Here in the merge sort it is 2, and this will give us the size of the each subproblems. Here it is n by 2, and this is the cost for this is theta n is the cost for what in the merge sort? Any idea?
Merge subroutine.
Merging.
But this is
Merging.
the, yeah, and what about divide cost? What is the divide cost?
Big theta of 1, sir.
Theta of 1. So actually this cost is both the combine and divide cost. Since here the divide cost is trivial, theta of 1, just we are just finding the value of n by 2, that's all. So that will cost us constant time. So since it is constant, so that's why, but this cost in the recursion in the recursion of divide and conquer step, this cost the cost for work for dividing and combining. Since here dividing is trivial, theta of just 2 we need to find the value of n by 2, then it is theta of 1, but this is theta of n, so together with it is theta of n. Okay. But we will see the other sorting algorithm like quick sort. Quick sort divide is not trivial. There we have to use some partition algorithm, partition subroutine. So that will be linear time. But combine will be trivial there. Combine is just nothing. So that is the reverse of the, I mean sort of this is the heavyweight there. Here we have less work. Okay. So every divide and conquer technique having this type of recurrence. Now we will take some examples. So before that, just to recap the master method, because this will be, to solve the recurrence we need to use these 3 cases of the master method. So master method form is this, and then Fn is the case 1 is when n to the power log a base b is more, then the solution is big theta of a to the power log a base b. Case 2 is they are similar or they are differed by log factor, then the solution is this. Case 3 is Fn is more. Anyway, this we have already discussed in this class. And merge sort we can just, we have seen this is case 2 of k is equal to 0, so solution is n log n. Now we will take some example which you might have seen before, but we want to see this in terms of the divide and conquer approach. So first problem is binary search problem. So can anyone tell me what is binary search problem? What is the problem?
Like in it we divide it into 2 parts.
No, what is the problem? I mean, like merge sort we know the
Cutting
problem.
for
We
a
have
specific element.
given an array, we need to sort. So in the binary search, what is the problem?
Searching for an element
Look for
in a sorted array.
In a sorted array. So what is the input?
A sorted array.
Sorted array and an element
And
which
element to be
is searched.
searched.
Yeah. So that is 2 input here. So binary search problem having 2 input. One is an n element which we take in an array, and that is sorted array. Now another is we have another input which is the key, and that key need to be searched whether this is in this array. So how to do that? How to search it? We have given some numbers in an array.
We find the middle element and we check if we compare it with the key, and if the key is greater than the middle element, we proceed to the right side, like the right half of the array if it's arranged in ascending order. If the key is less, we proceed to the left half, and again we go on dividing.
Yeah, so that is what is called binary search technique or binary search algorithm. So, but if the array is not sorted, then how to search a key?
Linear search.
Linear search. But in the binary search problem, we have given the array is sorted. So, as you have suggested, so what we do, it is a sorted array. So we just go to the middle of the, middle element of this array. Then we check whether this is same or not. If it is same, we just return it, happy day. But if it is not, so if the middle element is 6, say, and we are searching say 9. Now we know 9 won't be there in the left subarray, I mean before the middle element, because this is sorted. So sorted means all the element in the left part are less than 6. So 9, if at all if it is there, it has to be in the right subarray. So we will go to the right subarray again by calling the same function. So that is the idea. So this is one example. Suppose we have given this sorted array, we are searching 9. So we will go to the middle is 8, I guess. So we check whether 9 is matching with 8 or not. So it is not. So now, but 9 is greater than 8. So we have to go to the right subarray. So that is the divide step. You have to understand. Divide step is the check the middle element whether it is matching or not. And then we decide go right. Then we recursively go right here. So this is the right subarray. Again we searching 9 here. So then again this is the middle element of the right 12. Okay, again we check whether 9 is matching with 12 or not. No, but 9 is less than 12. We go to the again the left subarray. So but that is 9, only one element. We check with that, we are getting it. We may not get also. If we are searching say 10, then we will say 10 is not there. Now what is the time complexity? We have to find the recurrence. What will be the recurrence of this? So you understand this comes under divide and conquer technique. So what is the combined step? Combined step is nothing. We don't need to combine anything here. So we just keep on search. If we finally, if there is only one element, if it is matching over here, fine. Otherwise, we stop. So what is Tn then? How many Tn is equal to? There are how many subarrays? What will be the recurrence?
One.
Tell me. Only one subarray. So that's why Tn will be. Yeah, that's why Tn will be
d of n by 2 plus some constant.
Plus some constant, because there we are just divide step, we are just checking the middle one, and combine step there is nothing, so that is will be constant. So what is the solution of this? Again we have to use the master method. We have to find the AB. So A is 1, B is 2, so e to the power log A base B is 0. So this is nothing but
Log of n.
log of n. So this is nothing but log of n. Okay, because this is the case 2 of the master method. How much time we have? Yeah, I think time is up for today. So we'll continue from here in the next class, and we'll see some other problems. That we call other known problem like powering a number, how to find 2 to the power 1000, in general A to the power n. So those we'll see how we can solve them with the help of the divide and conquer technique. We will see the matrix multiplication. So there we will discuss the Strasson's algorithm. So those things we will discuss tomorrow. Okay, and also then we will start another sorting algorithm, quick sort. So that is also divide and conquer technique. Any question before we stop? So again, with your permission, I am stopping the recording.